This is your September 26th update. Welcome to Geopolitics on the Map. Geopolitics can get pretty messy. Thank God we got a map. We've got some interesting things that we're going to discuss today. I've got a new thing that I want to start adding to the channel, to my videos. I think it'll add a lot of value. We're going to see some first-hand accounts, some telephone footage, cell phone footage, straight from the source in a few of our topics today, and I hope to continue that throughout the channel. I think it'll add a lot of value. It'll be interesting for everybody to see firsthand what's going on. And this is not, from the news source. This is directly from people there, usually without any comments, no news analysis or anything, any junk like that. That'll be interesting. All right, here we go. Let's get into today's topics. I always love coming right here. Let's look at the price of oil. It's dropped. Friday, it absolutely collapsed. It was approximately a 5% drop. It's well below $80. Right here, CNBC, West Texas Intermediary crude oil, the November contracts are showing $76. That is incredibly low. And it seems to be trending downward pretty significantly. I think there must have been a deal worked out with Saudi Arabia or something, because like I've discussed before, we're going into the winter. Supply chains are more or less intact. They've transitioned from Russian oil, and maybe the storage levels are adequate going into the winter for Europe. We'll have to see if this trend continues. All right, next up, the butcher of Syria, or the butcher of Mariupol. We've got a new deputy minister of defense in the Russian Federation. This is Mikhail Mitsintsev. You can see him right here, this guy right there. The previous minister was let go. Maybe that has something to do with the Kharkiv counteroffensive that took place. I'm assuming that Putin has more confidence in this guy than the previous guy. So we will see if that improves the tactics on the battlefield or the overall strategy, especially with the Russian mobilization. I think that'll be an interesting combination for us to watch over the next couple of weeks and months. All right. President Zelensky came out with a new proposal to those newly mobilized Russian men that will be pretty soon on the battlefield. I think in the next few weeks they'll be already on the front. That's likely. So what Zelensky guaranteed, he says, Ukraine guarantees every Russian soldier who surrenders three things. First, you will be treated in civilized manner in accordance with all conventions. Second, no one will know the circumstances of your surrender. No one in Russia will know that your surrender was voluntary. And third, if you are afraid to return to Russia and do not want an exchange, we will find a way to ensure this as well. I think this is a pretty good pitch. If this can be something that, even a small portion, a few percentage of this 300 to a million newly conscripted, newly drafted Russians, the newly mobilized, I think that'll be pretty significant. Plus, at the end of this war, somebody's going to have to rebuild Ukraine and all of the destroyed cities. So I think maybe that's something that Zelensky is looking towards the future. It might be cheap labor if that's the way things go. All right, next. Here's a new direction on the battlefield. So a few weeks ago, almost a month ago, we found out that Iran is going to be providing their drones to the Russian army. And initially, it was very problematic. There were software or hardware issues with the drones. They were completely ineffective. But it seems like now they have resolved those problems, because now we're seeing some of these Shahed 136 kamikaze drones, as well as the Mohair 6 drones. Both have offensive capabilities and not just reconnaissance, which we're seeing some of the the effects of that right now, and we have a video of that. I think that'll be interesting to show. We will see how big of an impact this will have, but as we know, the Bayraktar from Turkey has had a huge impact on the war. So I think this is an interesting direction in modern warfare. The use of drones. Clearly, we saw this with the American army in Iraq and Afghanistan. And now other countries are able to leverage drones for offensive capabilities, and it's not just reconnaissance anymore. All right. Here's some sad news coming out of Russia. There was a school shooting, a mass shooting, in the city of IZHEVSK, and it's reported there were 15 fatalities and 24 wounded. This is a tragedy that we see quite a bit here in the United States, and it's very unfortunate. I do have some clips of this. Some of it's pretty disturbing. The very graphic stuff I can't show on YouTube, obviously. It's against the policies. But you know what they're saying is that the shooter, who did not take his own life, had Nazi symbols. He apparently had 2 handguns and several rounds. He was able to take the lives of many people within the school. This is really unfortunate. I think even given what's going on, the sentiment towards Russia now from the world, I think people can still find this to be a horrific tragedy, even if you side with Ukraine on this, because it's children. It's in a school, and it's terrible.
Саня, все хорошо. Давай, давай, давай. Все. Давай. Назад! Стой! Назад!
Тут ФСБ работает. Не дай...
Еще, на тротуар!
So, one last thing. Let's quickly go to the map, because I know a lot of people like going to the map and seeing the progress. There's really not much progress going on. The front is quite static. Even the Kherson area, the Kherson front, all the way up to the Lugansk, Liman, Donetsk front. So it's pretty static right now. We will see how quickly the mobilized men can get there. We'll discuss some of the supply chain problems and logistics issues in a upcoming video. How difficult it is for the mobilized to get there, whether they're trained or not. All right, everybody. So that's my video for today. If you have any questions or comments, please write them below. I have had a few crazy comments already, so that's always interesting to read those. I don't know if they actually make it up to visible on YouTube, because some of them are a little on the aggressive side. All right, everybody. Bye.